Okay, so look, I wanted to come back with another video for you guys. It's been about, I want to say, 4 or 5 hours. I've been playing the UFC 6 beta, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie, guys. When you first turn the game on, and before you really get into multiple fights, you kind of don't really have a sense for what you're doing. You have to be able to use every aspect of the sport in order for this to be a top tier UFC title. Now, I can say this, there's potential in this game if they listen to the right people in regards to how this beta is going or goes. They can't put out whatever they want and tell us that it's a great game because we're playing it right now. I can't classify this as a great game as far as the beta is concerned, but in just to like in comparison to what EA Sports usually does, this they have done something. Now, knowing how EA Sports is, they put a lot of resources and a lot of time into this legacy mode, into the career mode, into the if there's a BMF mode, there's going to be a lot of resources put into that. But striking overhaul, I mean, I guess you could say that it's definitely the striking is fast. You can throw combinations faster. They left like a lot of the reactions to getting hit the same. It seems like a lot of the reaction animations are the same, which leaves you, wide open for faster strikes. The strikes are faster, the reactions are still slow. So, while you're getting hit with a hook this way, bop, 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 you done got punched 3 times and kicked before you can even press a button on your controller, bro. Maybe I suck, which, that could be the case too. But there was somebody I was fighting that was struggling to strike with me, and it made me feel pretty good. I'm not going to lie. You really have to slow down and pick your shots. You cannot go in there just throwing whatever. Your stamina will be gone. Okay, so it does feel more as you have more fights and you start to figure out what's not been working for you. You realize the stamina has been tweaked a little bit. I won't say changed, but I will say like tweaked. You can't just spam. But I mean, you can throw a bunch of shots and get a guy out of there before you get tired. I'm not gonna lie. I fought against a guy about 30 minutes ago, and I could tell he didn't give a damn about that stamina, bruh. Bruh said, I'm gonna knock him out. First round. Have I had a fight go all three? I have. Only 2 fights have gone all 3 rounds, bro. And all we can do is fight 3 rounds right now. And that tells you right there, everybody is into the striking, man. I did get into a wrestling heavy match, and that was cool. Trying to learn the transitions on the fly and see what was different. There's definitely different submissions and different ways to get into those submissions. So I don't know, man. We'll see. We got 3 more days to play. I'm gonna put my head down and get some more fights in and try to improve my own skills so I can give a better critique. Because I mean, your skill from UFC 5, your knowledge of UFC titles can carry over, but not necessarily your skill level from UFC 5. You kind of have to relearn a few things as far as like your timing, range, and distance control seems to matter. If you whiff on a kick, it's over. If you whiff on a kick, it's over. I did have a guy throw like 100 leg kicks at me, and I checked the leg kicks. Like I checked like, let's say he threw 100. I checked like 60 of them, and his leg didn't break. So I'm trying to figure out. I see there's consequences as far as like certain things you can do that will get you severely punished, but there's also like wear and tear that needs to happen during the game that, obviously there's cosmetic damage, but I remember back in the day when you used to kick the shit out of somebody's leg, like you could see the leg getting damaged over the course of time. It wasn't like, oh, all of a sudden your leg's broke. No, you start slowing down, you get the bruising and the red marks on your leg or whatever, and then towards, after a little while of doing that, you can't take leg kicks. I checked this man's leg kicks for 10 minutes, bro. And he was still throwing them. So I don't know. We'll see, man. I wish there was more to do on here. I know it's a beta. I've been on in closed betas before. I still wish it was a few more fighters. We don't have any female fighters on here to test out. So uh, the grappling and clinch, still the same. You're still gonna reach out with that. You still do this. You're just doing this. You're just hoping to grab the back of a guy's neck. Like I said, bro, there's some things that are still issues. Nothing is glaring right now, though. So that big ups to them on that. Nothing is super duper broken as far as who we're fighting with, who we can fight with, the venues and stuff. Everything's working fine. So good beta so far. Betas are like this, man. You betas come with heavy criticism, and only companies that are okay with that criticism feel good enough to put out betas, even though it's closed. It wasn't hard to get access to it. So uh, stay tuned, man. We're gonna keep on dropping videos about this. I got another video coming that talks about the defensive tools that we have and head movement. And has head movement changed on here? It's funny. I wish we had characters that had more signature feel. It still feels like everybody's the same as far as who we have to fight with. We only have these 5 fighters, and I haven't seen a glaring difference. I haven't seen anybody do any signature stuff yet, but we all still have a lot to learn about this game and what's been added to it. I wish they would come out with some kind of deep dive or gameplay deep dive as far as like new controls, what all you can do inside of the octagon that's new. That would be nice, but maybe that's coming. But anyway, stay tuned. Hit me up in the comments if you're on the beta, man. Send me an invite. I'll put my PSN in the comments if you guys want to get it in. If you're on the beta. If not, man, subscribe to the channel, like the video. We'll be back. Peace.